YouTube, what's going on? So why am I dressed in black, you may ask? Why do I have on black shades inside? That's because I'm having a funeral service for the same 9 to 5 mentality that I've had in the past. I'm proclaiming it officially today. Seriously, I've spoken about it in past videos, but I want to really have a funeral service for having the same mentality to go into these 9 to 5s, to bust my you-know-what, to continuously try to figure out what I can do to promote myself constantly in this rat race circle that they have us spinning around all the time. I'm done. I can no longer continue with that same mind frame. And like you guys know, me losing my job really made me think in a different way. And in a way, the way that I'm thinking is really beneficial for me going forward. It's making me really realize, I've said this in other videos, don't give your all to the 9 to 5s in the first place. But when an experience like this happens to you, it just confirms everything you've been saying all along. And it makes me understand from firsthand experience, from this negative experience that just happened, it makes me understand and appreciate how I'm thinking now. Don't keep giving your all to these 9 to 5s. You have to give your all to yourself. And I hope anyone that's watching this video can understand and resonate with what I'm saying to you. Please like, share, and subscribe, because we all, you may not have on black like me right now, and that's okay. But today you need to confirm for yourself. You're going to have a funeral service for the way you treat your 9 to 5s. You need to have a funeral service for the mentality that you go in. Once you clock in, you need to have a funeral service for that mentality. Stop always accepting shifts when they come to you, knowing you wanted to spend more time with your family, knowing you wanted to go out for that drive by yourself to the movies, or just a drive on a nighttime areas. Those beautiful nighttime areas you can just be with yourself and spend time with yourself. Because a lot of us don't really spend time with ourselves. We don't appreciate our own company. A lot of us are in this life right now, trying to validate how we feel based on other people's company within us or with us. And we got to stop doing that. How can you give quality time to someone else if you don't even enjoy your own company? Serious question. How can you give quality time to your family, to your kids, if you don't enjoy and take time, specific time, to enjoy yourself? As a man or woman, whoever's watching this video, how can you go about it in your life if you're not taking that time out for yourself? How? Self-care. I've repeated it over and over in other videos. But self-care is really spending time with yourself, figuring out how to better yourself, figuring out how to spend more quality time with yourself. That's why the word self is in the front. Self-care. And when you give your all to your job, what do you think you're really getting back? Yes, you'll get monetary gains. But what is monetary gains versus bad health? Can anyone do that math for me? What is monetary gains plus bad health? What does that equal? Somebody do the math for me, and you can leave it in the comments. It equals an expensive health bill down the line. That's what it's going to equal. And things are more expensive than it's ever been. It's crazy out here. People are talking crap about an egg right now. That's how bad it is. Let me tell you guys about a funny experience. I was in Stop and Shop, and I was about to buy some eggs. And I literally was standing in front of this egg section. You would have thought I was trying to solve a world problem. Like, I was just in front of these eggs, like, all right, organic, grass-fed, cage-free. What does this all, what? And then another gentleman came from behind me, and he looked at the eggs too. He was like right beside me. And then he shook his head. And we both looked at each other for a second, like, do you see these prices? And he just like laughed, he smiled. And we were just like talking crap about the eggs for a little bit. We were like, can you believe these prices? I can't believe this is the price. And I literally looked at him and I said, how are you figuring out what egg carton to buy right now? Like, how? There's so many differences, and all of these eggs are expensive. He's like, he's just trying to get the most quality egg for the least amount of price that makes the most sense. I'm like, all right, go ahead. Then another gentleman came into the same egg section after he left and had the same issues with the eggs. So I know I wasn't going crazy about egg prices. And if we are complaining about eggs right now, guys, think about things that are much more important than eggs in life. Think about how much things are costing. So I understand about costs. I understand about costs and how expensive things are. But back to the topic. We could work all our jobs to the point of exhaustion because we want to say we're hustling, we're grinding. These are the terms they'll tell you to make it sound sexy, to make it sound like you're doing something you should be doing. What about sleeping? What about resting? You see, those things don't sound as sexy, right? Because they weren't promoted to sound sexy. They were promoted to sound like it's laziness. That's what it was promoted to sound like. When has rest ever become a term or an aspect of laziness? Doesn't computers get a chance to rest? They get shut down. They get restarted. Everybody needs rest, even our devices. Everything needs rest. But for some reason in this world, if you decide to tell someone, your employer or whoever, listen, check it out. I'm going to get some rest right now. Some of them may have a positive rebuttal to that. Some others may say, what do you mean? I got these hours for you. You were just complaining about money. Even if you weren't complaining about money, I got these hours for you. It's going to help you out. Open shift. You want it or not? This is the way of the world right now. Money. Money. They prioritize money over everything. They don't prioritize self-care. They don't prioritize family, spending time with your family. They don't prioritize trying to be a better husband or wife in your relationship. They just prioritize how many hours can you get from your employer? Who can you work for to make someone else rich? Because that's what we're doing. Making someone else rich. That's all that's going on.